welcome to Go For The Soul podcast. My name is Shane Whalen, of course, and I am your host as always. And today we got a special one for us. The infamous Christian Orlando is on the podcast today. No. I know what you're thinking. Shane, am I going to be intellectually able to understand what he's saying? He might be the smartest person I know. And I'll tell you, I know. I get it. But we toned it down for you, I promise. You're going to leave and say, "Oh, wow, I'm a smarter person now." You know? I learned something. I evolved as a human being. Okay? That's just the type of effect that Christian has on people. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay? So I'm not going to waste any more time. We're just going to jump right into it. Okay? What's up, dude? Thanks for coming to the crib.
No, thanks for inviting me.
No, of course.
Literally, I've been meaning to come. It's just a little bit away. I've been at school, so like I've had off. Like now is the time that I could really do it.
Do you know what I did today?
What?
I looked on Zillow to see what houses in Westchester were for sale to buy.
That's honestly, like, it is only getting, like, they every year have like
bigger and bigger and
they
bigger
have like
bigger.
new like this many kids coming in. They're building that whole new building. Like,
what new building?
Dude, next to like Goshen.
Mm-hmm. Like where that old like little science center was.
They knocked it all down.
Cody Biondi, who was in your major, told me that they have plans to own Westchester to South Campus.
100%. There's plans for that. Like from North Campus, all of the houses all the way to South, but like it's all old money. Like it's a lot of
old money,
and like nobody
old
wants
money.
to sell. So like every time, like every like 7 years, 5 years, they like send like gift baskets and they'll be like, "Hey, you like willing to sell? Like you want to buy? You want to talk?"
Bro,
and
easily.
then like somebody dies, they'll like literally like send them a thing like, "Sorry, like you want to sell the house?" Like they buy them all the time, like supposedly.
Bro, I would leverage.
But it's like very low. Like they don't tell people because like then they'd be like, I guess that's just gentrification, like pushing people out for money.
Mm-hmm.
The infrastructure is not there. Like, I just don't know. I guess in the next, like, 50 years maybe. But, like, they're also building those new apartments next to Penn's Table, like, right on, not on, I think it's on, not Gay Street. I think it's Market Street.
It's a great town.
Oh, great town. But, like, if I was stationed there, like, my home was, like, in Wilmington, Delaware or something, and I could just drive home 20 minutes, like, I would live there. But it's just, like, I would be alone, like, an hour and a half away with just kids that I know from Pennsylvania, and it's, like, it's fun and cool, but, like, I just miss, like, I feel like I would miss everybody at home.
No, absolutely. All of our college friends, they're from local PA, but our real group of friends, our core friends, were all from Monmouth County.
Yeah.
3 of you were from Manalapan, 4.
Exactly.
And the other 2 were from Colts Neck, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, we were down the block from each other, and that's why we were all been hanging out so much together. Yeah. But going back to the dub, though, I actually, I forget who I was talking to, and it might have been Naco and Mark yesterday. It was like, if I won the lottery right now, like $10, Jesus Christ, $10 million. I mean, you win a scratch off, you're so balling.
$10
but like, if I had like $10 million, right, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just live off the interest of the bread.
It's completely possible.
Completely possible.
$1 million, you could like sustain yourself. Like,
easily
if you invested it right.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
You get 6% a year. The fuck?
Like, just live a normal life.
Yeah.
Like, don't just, like, act like you have $10 million.
Exactly.
And then, but Westchester, like, that would be probably a good, like, it has
I would buy a dope crib in Westchester, live there forever, and raise my family in fucking the dub.
Yeah, dude, there's not, like, by my house, there's, like, houses with driveways, like, 2-car garages.
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
A front backyard.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
There's literally, like, next to my house, like, literally, like, right next to the college campus. It's a beautiful town. Like, you could walk to work. You could work in the town. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
There's so many businesses in there. Like,
I was living. I was the one I was looking at today was like an apartment. You remember 223 Walnut or 226 where or Twitch and not Malik, Kyle Brown.
Yeah.
Not Kyle Brown. Who the fuck? Dan Brown. Jesus Christ. I'm losing it.
Yeah. And
that
Skelly.
place. Skelly lived there too.
Abel.
Like, I saw an apartment like that today for like $150K.
That's what I'm saying, bro. How many years would that take you?
The monthly payments, it said
it was like probably the minimum, probably like $800, $900. And dude, if you get 4 kids living there for what?
$500 each, like just to fill the house. Like
just to
originally,
fill the crib.
like for like a first year, you're like, you know what? I just want to cover rent, like, and make like a few $100. Like, we'll just see how it is, like, just for the first year, like, see if we run into any like problems. I have to fix things, like, put money out of my own pocket. And then, like, dude.
Don't forget, my dad is a contractor, so like if I'm
even
just
any work, yeah, you'd need.
I'd be like,
you could literally get him to like split rooms probably
that's
for
what
like.
I'm saying, dude.
If you could get, and then I could check the permits and stuff, to see if you could
Like
have like
student housing,
like,
because
for all you know,
dude, there was
but then again, like, you could just rent it to non-student, like, to students, and just say it's non-student. Be like, no, they don't, like, who cares? As long as you realistically like meet the kids and the parents, like, and know.
Not even the parents, like,
don't rent to boys, bro. Like,
seriously,
half
girls
of them don't rent to boys anyway. So why don't you just be the other one? Mm-hmm. And then just, like, I don't know, throw a Ring camera in there and be like, oh, it's really safe. Like, tell the mom. Mom will be like, oh, wow. My sister could live there.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, Sig Pi, bro. We have Sig Pi there.
Yeah.
Like, it's automatically a network of, like, just people to live there.
Yeah.
And, like, yo.
I don't think you'd ever really be struggling for people to live there. The people
absolutely
that struggle to find people are houses that are, like, $1,000 for rent.
No, that are too far.
Yeah,
that people that don't want to walk 2 miles to campus.
That's true.
You know what Tom told me the other day that made me really ecstatic? He was like, honestly, bro, when he applied to Westchester, he got the pamphlet for South Campus.
Yeah, I got it too.
He got the pamphlet, and he was like, yo, this place looks lit. Like, I think I'm gonna live here. I was like,
yeah, you don't even know.
And then I bring you guys to the 3rd floor of Chris's Pizza with your parents, and you guys are like, you're going to live here? Yeah. You're going to live in this tiny little disgusting attic that's from literally probably 1940, bro.
Yeah.
And then
probably hasn't been redone ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Literally ever. My farm infrastructure was probably more up to date than that fucking place.
But it's right there.
But it was 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You didn't have to take the bus back and forth.
Like, I'm living like further away, but like it's a nice house. Like, that's just like how it goes.
You also can park your whip.
Yeah.
Whip parking like, I never want to live somewhere or own a house where I cannot park at least 2 cars, if not having a garage.
Well, where do you park here? You would park at...
I park nowhere here. I don't have my whip here.
You don't even bring your car here?
Absolutely not.
That's the best way to do it.
I don't need it.
But how would you get home?
I could take the Path station that's 10 minutes away from here. I'll walk there. I take the Path to Newark. I just wait for the next NJTransit. Or if I'm at work, I just go straight from work. I can just hop right into Penn Station, take it all the way down to Little Silver.
True. I didn't even think
and I just have my dad come pick me up, and it's not like it's a far ride. It's
I could just
3 minutes away.
Realistically, I could take the bus and just go get on Union Hill. It's like
that's what I'm saying. I don't really know the bus infrastructure as well as I should.
It's just Port Authority. It's the same thing as a train.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I tried to take the bus home one time, and I will never do it again.
Really?
Like, literally, I waited in the bus. Okay, so I'll tell you the story. Ready? Went to Penn Station after work to go home, and I literally am waiting for the train to come. You know when the train's, like, on standby?
Yeah.
My train was on standby, which means that it's going to be in the station momentarily. So where I stand, it tells you what track. It, like, literally shows up on the screen what track it's going to be on.
Runs.
And I stand in front of the 5 elevators. There's 5 elevators. Elevator 1 is track and 2. Next one's 3 and 4. Next one's 5 and 6. 7 and 8. 9 and 10. So there's 5 elevators. So I stand in the middle. I wait for the fucking number to come up. Number comes up. I sprint to that elevator. Bang that button. Get on. I hit a hard 180, get myself in front of the buttons so then I can hold it, and I'm the one to close it because people will like to pack in there like sardines, and I'll literally be like, no, we're not putting in another 400-pound person into this. Bro, these elevators are the tiniest fucking things ever, bro. You've been in them. They're literally the smallest elevators, and honestly, scary elevators. Like, dude, I don't want to pack those.
I don't even feel like I like take the elevator. I run down the stairs when I do.
Yeah, but like the stairs, if you're in the wrong spot, you're gonna get caught behind the thing. My entire boot camp of like commuting to work was, how do I get a seat on the train? 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And that gave me the highest chances. So whatever. So this day that I'm talking about, I'm in Penn Station waiting to run. Like I'm like in my standby mode. I'm looking at the screen. I'm ready to go run to whatever elevator I need to go to. All of a sudden, there's like 10 trains that are like about like within like the next 2 hours coming. It tells you like the next 10 regardless. All of a sudden, it goes all canceled. top to bottom, everything canceled. I saw people, bro. You would have thought somebody got shot in front of their face. Bro, people were losing their fucking minds. I saw a family of 4 literally commit to sleeping where they sat. In Penn Station, they were like, we have to sleep here. I was like, yo, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Uber home.
Bro, but I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. I checked the Uber home, bro. Uber was $300, bro.
That's crazy.
$300 to get me back home, where I live. So I'm walking back to my office, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do? I'm like, do I take the path to Hoboken and then Hoboken to home? So that's probably what I was going to. Yeah. I ran into my old friend Vic Ruggiero, and she was like, just take the bus. I was like, oh, great idea. Like, and she like gave me a couple directions, whatever. I went to Port Authority, bro. Everybody who left the train station probably just walked to Port Authority.
Yeah, it's right next to it.
Just walked to Port Authority. It's right next to it. Like,
that's probably why it was so difficult. Because it's double the amount of people.
Okay, wait. I'll tell you the whole story. So I wait in line, and I get a train ticket to South Amboy. I'm like, that's the closest, because I had my car at Mattawan, and I wasn't leaving it at Mattawan because I was still together with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and she flew in from Florida, and she was in Toms River. So at the end of this night, when I got back to my car, I had to drive from Mattawan all the way down to Toms River to go pick her up.
Damn.
So I was like, I need to get back to Mattawan tonight. So I was like, I'll take a bus from Port Authority to South Amboy. I'll take an Uber from South Amboy to my car, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Bro, I go buy my ticket. It took me like 15 minutes. I go, can I get a thing to South Amboy? He's like, yeah. I'm like, can you tell me where to go, please? Guys, like, bang, 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 bang. Go to this fucking place. I was like, cool, bet. I walk there. I wait in line like 20 minutes, bro. Literally, so another 20 minutes. So I'm in Port Authority for 35 minutes as of this point with probably 400, 500 extra people just all around, just like trying to get home, like trying to figure out how to get home in the same boat as me. So I wait in this line. Bus comes. I get to the front of the line. They're like, we don't go there. And I'm like, are you kidding me? After waiting in this line the whole time, I just wasted all of this time, and like, whatever. So I get out the line. I walk back downstairs. I find this guy who works there. I go, hey man, listen, like, I was super nice. I was like, hey man, I really could use your help. He worked at Port Authority. I was like, I really need your help. I don't know where I'm going. Like, can you please just show me the right track? He's like, all right, listen. And I told him to. I was asking everybody too, and everybody was like, go to this track, go to the everybody was telling me different things. So I walk up to him, and he's like, bro, I'm telling you, he tells me to go back to the same spot I was just in. And he looked me dead in my eyes, and it was like, bro, I promise you, this is where you need to be. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll go there. I went there, bro. I waited in the same line for another 15 minutes, bro. And guess what happened?
It was the right one?
I get to the front of the line. The guy was just like, we don't go there. So now I'm pissed. I literally, as soon as the guy told me we don't go there, I took my bus ticket that I bought. I held it out in front of his face like this, and I just crumpled up my hand. I throw it on the ground. I literally get to the front of Port Authority. I walk outside, fucking Uber to Hoboken, call my dad. I'm like, yo, I need you to come pick me up right now from Hoboken, please. I would never do this if it wasn't an emergency. So he came, picked me up.
Wow.
Took me to my car, drove my car to Toms River, picked her up.
That's crazy.
And then went home.
I took the bus recently for the first time with Joey Towers the other day.
Joey Towers loves the bus, and you know why? The bus makes sense for him. Port Authority's closer to his job and his work, and like
it's home, bro. It's so much closer than the train stations. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's closer to home, and Port Authority is closer to his job, so it's advantageous for him, bro. I work a stone's throw away from Penn Station.
Yeah, but still, if you lived where I lived at home, I bet you take the bus. The thing that I was gonna talk about that I liked this week was that guy Ricky Gervais. The Ricky Gervais?
Oh, the Ricky Gervais thing.
Yeah, he was mad funny. Because I was last night in Westchester, and I made some homemade pasta, because I got a pasta machine for Christmas. So
fire.
So I was like, I gotta try and make it, like, just to see like how easy it is.
Mm-hmm.
I made like a little bit, like a portion size, just to see, and then I made that, and then we were just chilling, like, me and McHugh, and I'm watching the Golden Globes, and I was like, I didn't see it, and I was on Twitter, and I saw the little, like, his opening monologue, and it was hysterical. Like, I loved it.
He was pretty much just like, don't make this political at all.
Yeah, and everybody made it political.
Oh, everybody did.
That's all the acceptance speeches.
The only one that I saw that was, like, the only one that I saw, really, at all, period, was Borat gets up
Yeah,
and like
he was-
rips Facebook.
He
I'm
was,
like,
yeah. They were all ripping everything. Like, and then the reason that I brought it up before was because there was some. I think he was an Asian director, and like he won an award for like some show
I did
or
see
whatever.
that.
And he posted the caption of it was like, if you guys all got over the 2-inch subtitles on the bottom of your screen, you would be opened up to so many more great films. And I was like, oh, it's perfect for you because you like I don't mind subtitles. I like subtitles. I have it on all my stuff.
see,
But it's a different language. It's different for
I grew up watching a lot of shows that I had no choice.
Yeah, so then like you get used to it.
I don't love subtitles. I have a lot always. Yeah.
I feel like you need them to like hear like whispers or like stuff like that. Like especially like in Game of Thrones, like if you don't have it on, like you wouldn't know when there was like whispering and like what they're saying, or like if like there's sometimes you'll like see something on the screen and it'll be like dog runs by and you'll be like, oh, like why was that like significant enough to where they would put it in the subtitles? And like some of the stuff like or like door closes behind them, like did you really know that happened, like, or were you not paying attention, like, you know
It's almost like watching a movie and reading the screenplay simultaneously.
Yeah, it is. Which, I mean, I don't mind. Like, I feel like I could keep up with it. Everybody's like, anybody that hates it just can't read fast enough.
What's your favorite thing you've ever seen that you've had to watch with subtitles? That was not in English.
I feel like I haven't really even watched any. The one movie I watched was like Amélie. You ever see that? It's a French movie. I watched it in a film class that I took my freshman year at Brookdale. And I just remember that it's like some famous movie. It won like won a bunch of awards. It's like I don't even remember most of it, but it was French. It was had subtitles. I feel like some shows that I've watched use different languages, but like made up languages, but I don't know which ones.
Like made up okay.
Yeah, like a Game of Thrones type of thing where they like
let me tell you
speak in like Dothraki and like they'll put like subtitles in it.
Let me go on a little rant right here because I went to Oz's house, my friend Oz. He's a big animation fan, and he shows me this new Netflix original called The Dragon Prince that is from the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender and has a lot of the same voice actors. And I was like, "Oh, they're back." Like obviously I'm going to watch this animation I'll watch it cuz Avatar: The Last Airbender was
I love
incredible.
That. Yeah.
So he turns it on, everything. So there's this character that's deaf in the show, and I'm not talking episode 1. I'm talking like deep in the episodes.
Yeah.
100% positive we had the subtitles on, bro. Okay, so it's like a deaf woman general, and she's like a badass.
It's an animation.
It's an animation.
Okay.
It's animation. It's 2D animation with like, it's like that mix of like 2D, 3D, like, you know what I mean? Whatever. It was an interesting art style. I liked the show. I did have some other gripes with it. Like, the frame rate for the show was off. Like, it just didn't flow right. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like every other frame was, like, coming in. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So, this deaf character, she has, like, a couple scenes where she signs, right?
Yeah.
So, she signs, and then there's, like, context clues. You could tell what she's saying. Okay. Lasts for about 10 seconds. Bro, she literally, no lie, bro. No lie. Probably like 3 minutes and 45 seconds of straight sign languaging one time with no subtitles and no idea what the fuck she was saying. And I'm looking around to Oz. I go, is this fucking for real? Are they really just gonna make us?
So funny.
Who?
And then you gotta Google it. You see like that you can find on Reddit. You look that up right now. It's on Reddit. Somebody transcribed that sign.
Guess what? I don't want to go on Reddit to watch a fucking
No, you won't
Netflix.
watch it though. Like they'll just give you like in the comments.
Bro,
they'll just write it.
Bro,
no, but
I shouldn't
agree
have
with,
to
no,
do
I agree
that.
with that. I forgot what I was watching, but something I was watching recently, like somebody spoke in a different language and they didn't put subtitles. And it was
bro.
like, and I was like, what? Oh, Chernobyl. You ever see Chernobyl?
Of course.
Bro, there was a whole speech like where like when they were all getting on the buses and stuff, like that whole speech that was playing on the radio is all in Russian, no transcribe, like no words.
It's probably real.
It is. I looked it up like on Reddit. There's a Reddit Chernobyl. I was in it. And I posted like literally right after the episode I was like, "Hey, does anybody know what they were saying in that like when they were getting on the buses?" Like I was really curious on the radio. And somebody replies to my thing, tags me in a YouTube video of like the actual like thing, and then like transcribes it word for word and like gives me a paragraph of like what they said. And it was like, why wouldn't they put that in the subtitles? Like it's just like, I guess it's like to make it like more real. I wanted to know what it said. Like, I feel like there's so many people out there that don't have like that capability.
But was it that impactful? Like,
no,
did
but
you
it's
need
just
to
like,
know what it
it's
was?
like cool. It's like because that's real. Like that's what was said on the buses. It was like only pack one bag. Like you'll be back.
That
in
part.
it was like
Okay.
only pack one bag. You'll be back in a little. Like everybody onto a bus. Like no one's allowed to. And it's like that's crazy. That was actually playing on like loudspeakers like over the city while this happened. Like Chernobyl actually won an award last night for like best like docu-series.
Dude, Chernobyl was fucking sick.
Yeah, Chernobyl
bro.
was sick.
My dad does not watch anything that's not a movie, and he watched Chernobyl. He watched all 5 episodes, and he
Chernobyl
figured
was
it
good.
out. And it was, dude, I love
Dude, 'cause
Chernobyl.
it was real.
Did you listen to the podcast accompanying
Yes.
Chernobyl?
Yeah. Wait, dude, were you the one that showed me that?
I definitely did
Dude,
show you
'cause
about
I was
that.
like, wow, that made every episode so much better.
So the guy who did that podcast, they did a Watchmen one right after it, and I was like,
What's Watchmen?
the HBO show.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
You know, it's a superhero movie that they just continued into a TV show. It's with Dr. Manhattan. I mean,
I don't think I've ever seen
it doesn't matter. I mean, remember when I texted you and I was like, I need to get on HBO? Like, that's what I needed to watch.
I mean, it makes everything better when you hear somebody talk about it. And they like brought out like specific things from like the writer being there that like I really enjoyed hearing about.
Other than talking about like the show aspect of Chernobyl, dude, Chernobyl was fucking crazy, dude.
Oh, dude,
it could have wiped out Europe.
They literally lied to everybody, and then like we were like, "Hey, did you guys like set off the nuclear power plant?" And they were like, "Nah, like don't talk to us." Like literally no. And then the only reason that we found it was because like some scientists like had an radioactivity like in their lab and was like, "That's not from us. Like where was that from?" And then they like literally like that was all real. How they scrubbed like the window and like the woman that woman won. I don't know if she won. I think she was just nominated. She actually got snubbed.
Ben snubbed.
Freehold Academy of Press. Not Freehold, whatever. What is it? The Academy, I don't know, whatever. Whoever decides the Golden Globes, you suck.
You suck.
But she was a good actress, and that's like a real.
Wasn't she the aggregate of a bunch of scientists?
Well, yeah. They said that like there was no like one scientist that did it, but like Europe had much more like woman influence in science than like the United States and Russia at the time. So like
she was just
representative of like the woman as a whole. But like you have to for like TV. Bro, you got to put some like drama into it.
Bro, I'll tell you the moment in the show that they knew they were fucked. I'll tell you the moment. The moment they knew that they were fucked was when they got that expensive ass giant robot.
Yeah.
And it was it's like, what was it, like a moon robot or something?
It was the rover. It was
like the Mars rover. Oh no, the moon rover.
Yeah, and they literally
turned it on, bro, went 5 seconds and it literally like disintegrated, and they literally look around, they were like,
guess we're gonna have to go out there.
Yeah. Like, yeah, bro. Those 3 guys really went into that.
Oh, that's
the
crazy.
bottom of that.
Yeah.
So like 3 guys had to like go underneath like the open reactor
because it was flooded.
It was flooding, and then if it hit water, it would have like
if the nuclear fuel, I forgot what it's called, touches water, it had like some crazy rapid like expansion, and it would have like blown up. I think I was reading that like the water actually helps like deter the radiation, so like it wasn't as bad as like they made it look.
Oh, bro, guess what? But like they died.
Oh yeah.
bro, they died.
Like people that were on the bridge that were watching the thing like died. Like that's crazy.
Do you think a nuclear bomb in New York would kill you in Manalapan?
It's not. No, it wouldn't be like instant. It's like the radiation that kills you. But like radiation doesn't kill you instantly unless you're like
what they were.
Like unless you're like in it, you're not really gonna die. That would probably
Birth
affect
defects,
that would affect like the food the food production like in the whole United States, because like New Jersey's like around here like is pretty big, and like it contaminates everything. Like when you drop a nuclear bomb, creates elements that aren't natural in the world. So it's literally horrible for the world. It gets into the water. It'll get into all the fish from this coast. I wouldn't be able to eat any of that. No fisherman like John would not be. But I guess this would be the best time for it to happen. I guess in the winter. But then again, there's no best
time for a nuclear bomb.
But Christian. It's like that's so counterproductive for like a country to even think that, because like nuclear just it's like it literally you're hurting yourself. Like we could drop one in Japan, it would still hurt us. Like you think that it doesn't, but like it's just dumb.
I wonder how many times. I mean, I'm sure there's a definite answer to this, but how many times a nuclear bomb has actually been dropped in the on the planet?
I'm pretty sure it was just the 2 that we dropped.
No way.
Yeah.
There was a nuke in the Middle East. No.
I don't think so.
So we're the only people that have done it.
And I'm pretty sure we realized how fucked up it was, and we're just like, we can't do that anymore.
Bro, that's like almost like playing God. You know what I mean? Just
It's
literally
worse.
like going and like eradicating a continent. Like, I mean, a country in that case.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah. How many? How many?
At least 8 nations have detonated 2,056 nuclear test explosions. But those are tests.
I'm talking like you really dropped some shit. I think like Israel and Palestine might have did one or something like that.
Yeah, so far 2 nuclear weapons have been used in the course of warfare, both by the United States near the end of World War II.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Little boy, a uranium gun-type device was detonated over Japanese city of Hiroshima.
That's crazy, bro.
It literally killed everyone.
Could you imagine being the guy that's driving that plane, having to like drop the bomb?
There's videos of it.
There are videos of it. It's crazy. And like they didn't release them till all the guys died, I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't doubt it, yeah. That makes sense. That was messed up, yeah. But it's I don't remember where I learned about like I think it was physics. The teacher like taught us about like
Did you take Sawyer?
Yeah. I think he taught us like what happens when you drop a nuclear bomb and like how it adversely affects like the world. And then I've definitely watched a bunch of documentaries about that type of stuff. And then like it's just crazy how like we have that, but I guess like it's just you have to think people are smarter than like a 22-year-old kid like me to like if I'm saying you really shouldn't do it, like there have to be like people that are smart.
I think the next one that's used in warfare, I think like the whole world's just gonna be over.
It would be like that's what would happen. It would
It's
be
like a nuclear
as soon
holocaust.
as one person, that's what literally would it be, and then it wouldn't be death like instantly. It would be like
everybody would just die.
that over the next like 200 years, like we would all like die of like birth defects and like not being able to eat stuff, and like we'd literally be just like ruin ourselves. But let's hope it doesn't happen. You know, that's why I'm living my life. I'm out here. I'm about to spend my money. Can't take it with me to the grave. I don't. Right.
When I die, put my money in the
literally,
grave.
like, everyone's like, Christian, save your money. And I'm like, no.
You don't like doing
Gonna
that.
buy a BC.
Gonna buy a what?
A PC.
Oh, PC. I thought you said a BC.
I did, honestly, but I meant PC.
I was like, he's gonna buy British Columbia?
That's what I was saying, too, bro. In Australia, like, there's so many billionaires in the world. You can't be like, hey, guys, let's stop the fires. Like, let's go put all of our resources towards Australia and, like, stop the blazing infernos over the entire country. Like, there has to be a way to stop it. Like, we just put $2 trillion into our military but can't, like, stop fires in Australia. Like, what? Like, it's the 21st century. We can't stop a fire. I don't know. It makes me mad. There's so many billionaires. Like,
first of all, if you're a billionaire, you're definitely weird.
Yeah, you have to.
You are the closest thing this planet has to a god. A billionaire could kill somebody and get away with it.
I agree.
A billionaire can do whatever they want, whenever they want, how they want, whoever they want to do it with.
Gotta watch You.
Is he a billionaire?
Well, in the second season, there's like there's like this, like he like hooks up with the Loaded family and they like make murder just go away.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all. Bro, because you donate money to the police, you donate money to the hospital,
That's what I'm saying.
You donate money to the paramedics. So like, if anything goes wrong, all the people that would be in a case to get you in trouble are reaping all the benefits of you giving them money. So why would they like narc you out? Like, it's just not how the world works. Like, literally, like Kylie Jenner, I think, or Kim Kardashian, or one of them, like posted on her story, like,
I saw that
about the Australia. Then the next picture was like her sandals, like Louis Vuitton sandals, and they're made out of mink. Mm-hmm. And like,
I saw one Kim Kardashian meme. It was a picture of her. It was a picture of her tweet, and it was like, global warming is real, heartbreak emoji, and the planet.
I saw
and
that.
then the next one was, stop flying private jets, heartbreak. And then like dude, it's for real. Like, dude, people are hypocrites, and that's why people like my dad can't look at, you know, his favorite actors anymore, because everybody's just is assumed to be a hypocrite.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
The world. It's crazy. I don't know what it's gonna be like.
Oh, well. Do you know that we've known each other for, like, probably, like, 7 years now?
Yeah. It's probably since high school. It's crazy how long ago that was, like, high school was.
How would you feel about all this fucking decade-ending bullshit?
Like, 2020? I hate it, bro. I honestly hate New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. I hate that. It's a stupid holiday. It's just to make money. It's just like another day.
Dude.
It's just it's just like another day. Like, okay, like, it's cool. Just another year, like, good, like, but, like, I don't see it as, like, a celebration. Like, I'm not really, like, one of those people, like, oh, it's New Year's Eve, so you have to go spend $200, go out on the most, like, packed night in the year. Everybody's, like, going out to go, drink and party and everything. Like, I don't see the fun in that, like, being so, like, packed and everything. Like, everybody just, like, I feel like it's just such a sad world that everybody lives for these stupid, like, days and like, weekends and Fridays, like, Friday beers, and, like, everybody just looks...
First, wait. Friday beers is hysterical.
I hate it.
You hate Friday beers?
I hate what it stands for. Like, how you need to wait until Friday to have fun, and, like, Friday's the one that's, like, everybody's... Like, if you really, like, realistically, like, obviously I know it's not as it's easier said than done, but, like, if you like what you do, like, you shouldn't be looking forward to the weekend. Like, like, it should just be another day. Like, every day should be, like, the day that you're looking forward to. Like, I don't know. That's just, like, my mindset. So, like, the new year, it just makes me mad how everybody, like, has to make it such a big thing. Like, go spend $200, go out to New York City, go get a hotel room, go, like, do this, do that, like, I think it should just be, like, you and family, like, at a house, like, just chilling. Like, that's what I think that, like, it should be. But, like, then again, I'm just not, like, a big, like, celebrations person, I guess. I don't know.
There's nothing to celebrate, honestly. I was having this exact same conversation the other day. I got roped into going to a club in New York because one of my friends canceled and had an extra ticket, and the ticket was, like, crazy expensive, and I was just like, he was like, take it, and I was like, all right, and, like, Tom was going, so, like, I was like, all right, like, let's go, and you know what I was gonna do? Nothing. I was gonna sit here by myself, like, watch Netflix or, like, YouTube or something, and just chill.
But that's better.
Because, like, bro, like, I've talked to you, I've expressed this to you about it before, like, I've, like, been trying to slow down, like, drinking because, like, I drink to excess too much, and then it's just, like, not healthy, and then it's, like, every Saturday, I automatically have to just go drink and, like, just get, like, dumb fucked up. Like, I don't enjoy it. Yeah. I don't, because at the same time, it's, what the fuck am I celebrating every Saturday? Like, yeah, you want to go out, like, I'll go on my birthday, like, have a good time, like, yo, you got a job, you got a promotion, like, yo, like, a numerical change on the calendar shouldn't signify change. Something in your life should signify change. Granted, did I have a good time at the bar? Like, yeah, whatever. But I liked what you said about bringing it with your family. Like, yo, like, not this past New Year's, but the year before that, I went to your house with Tom, and Naka was there, and I think
Steve was there.
And then we were all just chilling, having a good time. We all went home early, and, like, yo, like,
that's what I did again.
I want to bring the new year in with, like, friends, like, friends that I consider family, not random ass strangers in the bar that I don't know. Like, I obviously I hung out with Tom, like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, that's always a good time. I'm like, why am I here? Like, obviously, like, I went to go spend time with Tom, obviously, but, like, why am I here? Why am I in this club? Like, I'm not here with anybody that I truly care about. Like, and then, dude, you look around the club, bro, it's literally 500 guys in blazers taking Instagrams together and, like, getting, like, bottle service and, like, just spending bread, and then, like, I'm like, yo, I'd rather
not for me.
Yeah, so honestly, there's a time and place.
It's
time
fun
and place.
It's fun every once in a while, but, like, I don't get how kids do it every weekend.
Because it gets addicting.
It's just they just have nothing. Like, there's just nothing to look forward to in life. Like, that's just how sad it is. Like, that's what they need to look forward to is getting drunk. Like,
but, like, some people
pessimistic, narcissistic. Like,
some people don't have an artistic bone. Some people don't do what they love. Some people just do what they do to think that they can just get a paycheck. You know what I mean? Or because they have to get a paycheck.
It's life.
Bro, there's people in my office who, I promise you, don't love what they do.
Oh, I guarantee it, yeah.
Like, you look at them, you're like, bro, just, like, go, like, just quit.
Yeah.
Just don't be here. Like, it's, like, get another job, do something you like, get paid a little less, and do something you like. You know what I mean? Like, that's
as much as I hate Gary Vee, that's what he says.
That's what I'm saying. But, like, that's kind of why I've, like, always wanted to, like, do something on the side, because imagine, like, the Red House closed, or like,
or something,
or like this,
off,
like, popped off, like, something crazy like that. Like, why not?
That's how all of them start,
dude. They all start at zero. Everybody starts at zero.
I was listening to the Hypebeast podcast, like, what's it called?
I know what you're talking about.
Business of Hype.
Yeah, Business Hut. Yeah.
With what's his name?
Sean Witherspoon.
No, the guy the host.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I follow him on Twitter. The host of Business of Hype, pretty cool dude. Whatever his name is, he had the guy Jason Mark, like from Jason Mark, and like the dude just literally
the shoe cleaner.
Yeah, it's just like he was like, dude, I had nothing to clean my shoes with. Like I just wanted to clean my shoes. Like it was back when there was nothing else. It was like 2006 or something, like early when there was like no. And he was like, yeah, it was just like I used to clean my shoes, and like everybody asked me how I cleaned them, and I was like one day just like. Got a chemist, told him what I wanted, and like he made one for me, and then I tried it, and he made another, and he's like, after like 50 of them, I like this one, like just made like 500 bottles of it myself, like in my garage, like literally poured it all himself, labeled them all himself, like sold them at like a few conventions, and then it just like popped off one day.
So this is, I think, an underrated key of entrepreneurism is being a part of the consumer base you're selling to.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean? He was probably a big sneakerhead.
Yeah.
He was probably going to all those conventions anyway. Yeah. He was probably he was a part of the life, bro. If you're cleaning shoes in 2006, you love shoes.
Yeah.
And like, yo, like I know I'm like a new fake sneakerhead, whatever. Like I like to just, have different sneakers here and there, but like from what I understand, the massive rate of growth that the sneaker industry has had in the terms of hype and popularity has grown significantly.
Yeah, I'm sure. And then it's also like, it's like if you were born in 1900s, you could invent something because nothing's been invented. Like,
you could.
It's that kind of mindset.
That's what I'm saying.
If you get in at the beginning of something, like obviously there's going to be like needs for certain things, and he's just found a need, and that's what they say. Like you just need to find a need and like fulfill it, and then that's like that's how you make money. But I don't know, but
I use Rejuvenator. I like Rejuvenator a lot because I use their 3 brushes and I use a brass brush and I just like have the whole kit, like shoe trees and stuff.
I've always used like Windex.
I got Tom Crep and Jason and Mark, whatever, Jason Mark for Christmas.
I've used like the Crep white before. I think. Only like once. Yeah, like a free one at SneakerCon one time.
Yeah, like
I haven't been to one of those.
Like I clean these, like the ones I'm wearing, the all-timer Adidas Gazelles right now, the collab. And like these were busted. These were my going out shoes. And like, dude, suede's hard to clean. And like, and like I just like learned all the tricks and stuff. I still think like low key, I'm not bitter about this at all. But like it kind of sucks not having 2 pairs of shoes that I put so much time and effort into, like the ones that I did.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the Flint 13s and the Black Hat 3s. Like, bro, like that's kind of.
I was wearing those today.
Another reason why I like kind of like stopped fully restoring, because I worked my ass off for those 2, and I did have to give them back. I wasn't mad at the time. I was like, yeah, I'm giving them back 100%. I was excited to give them to you. Yeah. But now it's just like, damn, like.
Yeah, no.
I really wish I had I wish I had like the things I put my time and effort into, you know what I mean?
That's probably how artists feel when they sell.
Bro,
like,
absolutely.
Like I bet they get like attached to paintings and things. Like,
bro,
real art, like big artists, like
that's why I literally this was the mistake I made. I bought like 50, not 50. I bought like a bunch of used old Jordans on eBay. They were like less than $50. Like I got the Georgetown low 11s. I got Midnight Navy Jordan 2s. I got a pair of low 5s, Fire Red 5s, and I got something else. I got the Hirachis. These Miami Beach Hirachis. These are really the only ones that I wear because they just really needed a deep cleaning. And the Georgetowns, like, they didn't need to be cleaned. They were expensive ones. But the 2 that I made, like, I don't even want to restore them because they're 10s, and like I should sell them. But like, dude, I'm going to end up just wearing them.
Yeah.
And this is what I learned. It was like, yo, if you're going to do this, you have to start buying shoes that are not in your size so you know that you can't keep.
That's a good way to think about it.
Because, dude, everybody's like, why don't you sell your... Like, when I was doing Red House and I would make a one-of-one thing, you know what I mean? Like a colorway that was just fire. And it was just like, okay, well, do I just keep this for myself or do I, like, you know what I mean? Like, get rid of it or, like, stuff like that. Like that Megatron that I painted right there, like, I would never get rid of that. Like I would never sell that. Yeah. Like, that's one of my favorite things ever.
And then again, you could probably make prints of it, like if you.
Yeah, no, people make prints.
Yeah,
people make prints.
Did you get those shoes, the Dior's? 240.
No, I saw them.
They came out
I
yesterday.
thought about it, and if I had more bread right now, I would buy them.
I honestly thought about it too.
Did you want the slip-ons?
Nah.
Oh yeah, I wanted the old school ones. So shout out Braha Customs on Instagram. He cuts bags of like Dior, Louis, Burberry, and then like
if they sold
and like
out.
and like sews them on Vans. I think they're just available for 24 hours, and he just does custom orders.
I think he has like you might be right, but
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
They're still up. Damn.
I know they're 250. Like I would spend that on those.
230.
They're 230.
They're fresh. I don't know. They are cool.
They are cool, but like
But it's like.
But like, yo, I would
know
want
that they're like that, but like somebody just looking at them would be like, "What are those?"
Bro,
but then again, like
the looks that I get for my Louis V Supreme these ones, like somebody come up to me and be like, "Yeah, they're just custom painted. Like all they are painted. Like like you can obviously tell."
Yeah, but what are they?
But like my boss one time came up to me and were like, "Are you wearing Louis Vuitton shoes?" And I was like, "No, they're just painted." But like, yo, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost borderline pretentious, you know what I mean? Like, but it's just me expressing
that's
my
what
love
I hate.
of art.
That's what I hate about that stuff. That annoys me a lot. Like how people think that like just because I have like a Louis Vuitton something like that, like I don't like have a value of $1 or like all this. Like it's just like I really enjoy that stuff. Like that's like cool. Like I don't know. Like some people
like what they like.
Yeah, I know. And it's just like for people to think that it's like it's not even that like it's expensive, obviously, but like in the world of like that type of things, like some of the stuff isn't that expensive. Like it's not like so crazy that you could own something from there. Like if you really like save your money and like spend it on what you want to spend it on. Like if you wanted like a little piece of like I don't know, something like these. They're like all these customizers on Instagram. Like it's high, like they make these cool ass like bags and stuff with the materials, and it's just like that stuff's cool. I wish I could like wear a Louis Vuitton jacket and like not have or like my backpack. Like where could I wear my backpack that somebody's not gonna like comment on it?
So I was in the elevator one day, and my company's pretty lenient. Not only my company, but all the companies within my building are like very lenient with what you can wear. But I like to wear a button up and like slacks, and like I'll wear whatever shoes I want to wear. Like I won't wear Clarks every day, but I'll wear like my Adidas or my Nikes or something, just because it's like a little spin on it. But some people are like, bro, legitimate hype beasts in my office, bro. And there was this girl who came in the elevator on the 4th floor when I was going to 8, and she had Dior. I think a bucket hat on or shoes. I can't remember which one it was.
Their bucket hat's cool.
I'm pretty sure it was the bucket hat then, and she was just wearing the bucket hat. But she like looked like put together. You know what I mean? You see some hype beast and you're like, bro, like, and she's in the elevator. She's in the elevator with 3 of her coworkers, and her coworkers are grilling her about her bucket hat. They're like, "What is that? What does it say? Dior? You're wearing Dior right now?" And she's just like, you could tell that she's getting flustered, and like it's like they're not attacking her, they're not like bullying her, but you could tell that she's
like, why would you spend money on that?
That's
like,
exactly. It's
like,
always
why do you
it's
care
always
how I spend my money.
It's always like that. But dude, some people are, you know what I mean? Some people live to criticize, some people are bitter, like some people do that shit.
And it's like I guess I've like just always like my mom, like how I just grew up, like my mom's always like you like buy nice things because they're quality material, like it lasts. Like I have the first belt I ever got, like when I was a freshman in high school, like I got a Louis Vuitton belt. Like I have worn that probably thousands of times.
Thousands.
I wore it every single day in high school. We had to wear the uniform. I wore it with my like pants every single day. Like I had to have gotten like so I was supposed to have a $30 belt and buy 7 of them in that 8 years. Like how does that make sense? Like,
dude, that makes so much sense. That's always my
and I still use it.
Yeah,
I still have it. It's still good. It's still perfect. Like it's like the first day that I got it. So it makes.
What color is it? Black?
Yeah, my black Louis Vuitton belt. I got like when I was a freshman in high school.
Do you know what a completist is?
A completist? No.
It was a term that was thrown around in collecting growing up a lot, which means that you have
everything.
You have everything from one set.
Oh.
So it's just like you have every single Jordan 1 ever. So you're a Jordan 1 completist.
I feel like that would almost be impossible in the world of shoes because there's like does that not include like samples and things like where there's sample toys and stuff? Like
It just
because
but like
sample like there's samples in every shoe, every Jordan number, every Air Max number, and then there's shoes that like you don't even know about that are like out there, and then there's shoes that are like completely like, are you really gonna spend $40,000 on like the Eminem something, you know, like crazy? But like I would say that like I'm like up there with like a completist on like 11 like high tops, like originals. Like I think I have like almost all of them. Like I have like 14 of them
from 96.
No, not that. No, like I'm saying I have like
All the colorways.
Yeah.
You don't have to win like 96. Like, but like dude,
no, yeah. See, that's the
you
thing,
don't know. You really don't know how
don't
many
even know
there
how
are.
many-
Probably
yeah,
there
exactly.
are.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You don't have the snake skins.
No.
You don't have the. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I know, but those are low tops.
There's definitely a skate skin.
I don't think so.
Oh, whatever.
I have like the low top 11 Carolina low 11s from 2000, like with the receipt.
Yeah, I
from
remember.
the-
I
from
remember
the
when you
Staten
copped
Island
those.
Mall. I traded for those, but like I have the like all like I just like the 11s. Like those are my favorite probably pair of shoes. But then again, like I just don't see myself wearing those as much. Like now they're so like big and bulky and like again
Even the lows, I'm like, dude, these are like I have
they're like not comfortable.
I have three lows. I have the gold and white ones, I have the Georgetown ones, and I have the Derek Jeter lows. And the Derek Jeter lows, the soles are gonna get ruined, so I just stopped wearing
all
them.
of mine are clear too. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
and then they're just like a pair of Vans are just so much more comfortable, or like a pair of Adidas, like than like a big Jordan. Like I'm not playing basketball, and then it's like even when wearing those is like the same thing. How like that like the girl wearing the Dior hat, like it's just such like a problem with everybody. Just
it's so like in your face.
it's like, oh, you're really trying today because you're wearing those. Like they're a pair of shoes, dude. Like why is that?
I like them. You know what I mean?
Like I don't know.
But because some people just like
Some people
love
are
to
just haters.
fucking talk shit and like, hey, do you know what I want to be an Adidas Gazelle completist? And I've been like looking into it and like how
many do they
difficult. I
have?
mean, like there's a lot of colorways, but I like the fact that they're not expensive and I can
Yeah.
buy a used pair and then just fix them up.
Those are a nice pair of shoes, like, and they're comfortable. There's like I like those kind of
The
shoes.
blue ones are sick. I have the Have a Good Time. The tan ones.
My brother
are
has a few pairs of those. He loves those.
Oh really?
Yeah, Nick, he rocks those.
And dude, they're so comfortable. They're tight around my foot, and they're not like ultra foaming. They've kind of got this like old school skate feel that like
Yeah,
I've
that's what I'm
always
saying,
liked.
yeah.
Like, dude, it literally like almost is like the exact shape of my foot. You know what I mean? The only problem is that it's suede, so like they do kind of get
Yeah.
fucking torched. Like these red ones are the ones that I've had forever. And like I've cleaned them so many times, but the suede has just
I feel like
taken
that's like how they're
so
supposed to
many
look, though, you
beating.
know?
Yeah. No, I like it too.
Like they're like a soccer shoe, not like a soccer, but like they're a shoe you're supposed to wear out and like play sports in and like go like run around in. You know, like they're not like shoes you keep like perfect.
So the problem with Gazelles is that, so like you go online, you can find everything there is to know
Yeah, there's
about.
probably not that much about them.
There's
'cause they're-
nothing known about them. So the original pair of Gazelles, there was a red one and a blue one, and they were made for like track and field rich people, like literally like track and field, like they
That
were
makes
like
sense.
they were like marketed almost like I don't know, like a fucking croquet
yeah.
club, whatever the fuck
like a
it is.
tennis shoe.
So they had the Gazelle and the modern ones, it's parallel to the last white stripe, but on the originals it has like a little gold thing, a little rectangle like more to the back tab, and then it's like horizontal to just say Adidas Gazelle, and that's how you know if it's like like one of the ones like in original ones. And the red one and the blue one, even though they were the same model, they had different functionalities. Like one was an indoor shoe and one was an outdoor shoe.
Oh wow.
So those two, I haven't really started my collection and looking for them until I find one of those, because I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like, okay, now.
Did you see that eBay changed their seller thing? Mm-hmm. I didn't know about that. I just heard about it. What are they like? It's free now.
It's like they're just trying to compete with StockX and
Yeah.
Goat. I mean, like that's what they're
I
just trying to
throw
do.
some stuff on it, honestly. See what goes. See if anything sells.
Well, double check with me before you send through anything. Honestly,
But I mean, none of mine fit you. They're all big.
there are what 11s.
Yeah.
I'd fit in an 11 to fucking wear some heat.
All right, I'll see them.
I'd cop your Thunder 4s immediately.
Would you?
Immediately.
Really? See, like the thing is, like, I just don't see myself wearing those like in the future.
But like, I agree. I agree, but I'm such a shelf guy. I'm a display guy. Like if I collect something, like it's on display. But you have them and they're in boxes and they're away, so it's not like imagine your room, right? And instead of your entire wall of DVDs that your family collected for years at a time, which is now probably all on Netflix, you got rid of those, and all your shoes were just on display, top to bottom.
To get rid of them all.
What, the DVDs?
Yeah, because realistically, I could just get like a few DVD sleeves, like booklets, and just like
or donate them to like the military. You know what I mean? What movie there do you want to watch on demand that you don't?
I mean, no, I would never watch a movie on a DVD. I would just look it up. I would pay for it before I watched it on DVD.
Oh, easily,
100%.
And like what? Like what's the one benefit of having a DVD?
No,
like your girl comes over and you're like, oh, what movie do you want to watch? Like,
yeah, but it's just a nice like thing to look at though. Like I guess then
it's extremely satisfying to look at, and I agree with you. And you know what? It's a collection and deserves to be displayed.
Yeah, which is like my mom, and it's all alphabetical order. Like my mom did that all, like, and it made sense. Like when we and then
bro, how many do you think there are actually?
Oh, I don't know. Thousands.
Yeah. There has to be.
And it's like maybe though if I have kids, like none of those movies are going out of style. Like it's all the Disney movies, all like the young kid movies.
They're not.
Like,
it's not
it's
a
all
crappy
the
collection.
Like it's like good movies. It's every movie on there you'd probably have seen. Like you know what I mean? Like it's all the. It's like if you were like if an alien came to Earth and you were like they were like what do we need to watch to like get a full childhood worth of like TV and movies? Like I'd say watch my wall. Like there's every TV show like Gilligan's Island, Rockies, like Cheaper by the Dozen, like all like the
Shrek, all the Disneys, like, all the Pixars, like,
and it's pretty update. My mom will like buy DVDs. Like if a good movie comes out, my mom will like buy the DVD still, like just to put it on the wall.
But like
But then again, like I'm saying, like I have a kid, like I buy like a portable DVD player, and then like I have unlimited movies for my kid, like.
And he doesn't need Netflix and can't.
Like and then it doesn't like realize, like it's like
can't watch
living a kid's life,
What's the show? Can't watch. I Love Cats.
Oh, don't fuck with cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's exactly. But like nowadays, kids don't get that they get an iPad. Like
exactly,
it's different worlds,
bro.
Man. I don't even know what it's gonna be like by the time we have kids.
That's what I'm saying.
Knock on wood. Hopefully a while.
But what was I gonna say?
But you were saying that I should display my shoes where they.
But that's what. No, but that would grow like, for you to love them.
You ruin them though, keeping them out. Like I know you like you don't, but like having them out like in the air and like getting dusty and stuff like that. Like that's how that's how they get ruined. Like I'm not saying that yours will, but
like I also wear all my shoes. You don't. Some of your shoes you've never worn.
Yeah, no, a lot of them I've never worn. That's why I'm saying like. For a brand new pair of shoes, like the best place for them isn't open out, like in the air, like in the elements. Like I have some shoes like vacuum sealed, like in the bags, like with like those silica gels, like tablets to like get rid of water and stuff. But it's like, what am I keeping them for? Like to sell? When? Like what? They're gonna be worth so much more when I'm 25 as opposed to now. Or like, at what point is my mom gonna be like, all right, like. Got to get rid of these, like gives them to charity or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't even have the boxes to my Yeezys because like my mom will throw them out like if I leave them at my house.
As somebody who just had to move out of his house and downsize a lot, bro, sooner than later.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Like literally one day my parents were like, everything needs to go and it needs to go today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, crazy. Fuck, bro. My life, bro. You don't realize how much you have until you fucking
I have so much stuff in my basement is unbelievable. I don't even know if we would have to buy like a separate storage unit just for memorabilia, like for my basement. Like it's just so much crap, like it's just down. And then like I can only imagine what it's going to be like when I move out of college cuz realistically I've lived there for 3 years and like just moved my stuff from like house to house and haven't really like downsized anything, but I've accumulated a lot more, I feel, at school, and I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, where do I put all this
that's
stuff?
What I'm saying.
Like, I don't even know what to do.
And like I
live like 2 lives. I have like 2 full house like worth of things, 2 separate places. Like I don't even know what to do. I don't know. Looking
at this place, do you think I brought a lot of my stuff?
No,
this is all pretty much new stuff.
Like that's all you
like
need.
I'm trying to live minimally here, and then like like my parents are like, you can keep shit at home, but like there's also things I had to throw, like my childhood artwork. Like I drew pictures when I was a kid for hours, bro, and it's like, do I look at it every day? No. Do I want to throw it away? No, but like. At the same time, what purpose is it serving? It's hard to let go of things that have such sentimental value to me, especially because I'm so nostalgic and like fucking sentimental. Like,
I don't even know if I have stuff like that. Like, my mom is very throwaway.
There's also double your family than what my family is.
Yeah. Which is another, like, it must be even harder. And then it's, I know that there's, like, my mom saves a lot of stuff, obviously, but I'm just curious as to, like, when she was, like, raising us, like, at what point it was like, oh, I'll save this or I'll throw this out, you know? Like, that must be difficult to, like...
Yeah, but you're probably pissed, bro. You don't got your GameCube no more.
I know, yeah, but, like... At what, like, how pissed can I be though? Like, it's like, obviously I'm mad.
If you wanted one, you could buy another one,
like,
I guess.
Exactly, like, but I did have a GameCube with like booklets and booklets of video, literally booklets of the games. Like,
but like now you want to go buy
like,
Smash now, and it's $150,
and I had like,
and you have it.
And I remember my mom giving it away like when I was in like high school. Like it was like the Wii and Game Boy. Like GameCube, and my mom was like, oh, like your brother's friend's dad passed away, and like his little brother like won, and I was like, obviously, like like, what am I doing with it? Like I play Xbox or something, you know what I mean?
It probably went to a good cause, knowing your mom.
And then
but
like anything, my mom always threw stuff out, but it always went places. Like she would always give it away to somebody, like the workers at my dad's store or something. Like, you know, like it was never thrown away. But I remember like vividly like things just going missing in my house, like just all the time.
I had a group of friends, like the ones that I'm still friends with to this day, like my mom's like book club. We like all the kids like we met in preschool, and there was two boys that like I grew up with and were close, named Brian and Jason. They lived up the block from me. They lived across the street from Eisenhower, and they had every single Power Ranger Megazord from 1996 or whenever it started to literally like 2002, bro. And then when they were done with them, like they just knew that I liked them as a kid, they gave them to me. And I had a box, and I played with them for like years, bro. Like years. I loved them as a kid. Growing up and seeing like what things go for now, bro. My dad threw them away.
Yeah.
Gave them to somebody else, bro. Literally, the collection today is probably worth like $5,000 easily.
It's unbelievable. And then like my parents, like in my garage, have bags and bags of Beanie Babies.
But like I don't even know if
they thought that was gonna be money. Like, you know what I mean? My dad's like sees like Jordans, and he's like, oh, I had those when I was growing. Like, oh, that you had a $20,000 shoe now?
Oh, bro, like literally an 85 dead.
Yeah.
Like, bro, imagine you walked into a toy store in 1984 and you bought the original Optimus Prime
and
that gets
like,
so and then like
your parents put it away for a Christmas gift and forgot it somewhere.
Forgot about it,
and then you go to their house and like
somebody bought one for $1 million. $1 million. Somebody bought it for. Mint and seal box original. It was just 1984 Optimus Prime.
Some shop owner forgot to put them all out. That's literally all it happens.
That's what Fat Joe said on Full Size Run the other day. He said before like sneaker culture got super hype, he would go to old consignment stores in like London, and he said he would put $10,000 on the table, and he'd be like, "I want to go to the basement." And he said they were like, "The basement? Why do you want to go to the basement?" He goes, "Bring me to the basement. I just put $10,000 on your counter. Bring me to the basement." And he said he would get like old like Oakleys and Barclays and like the Bo Jackson Air Trainers and like all of them shits. Like
and then like nowadays with like social media and YouTube and all this stuff, it's so much harder to like find those things because everybody knows like what's big nowadays. Like you just Google something, put it on, like garage sales. Like you used to be able to go to a garage sale and be like, how, like, oh, like give me this for that. Like nobody could be like, oh, like maybe it's selling for more somewhere else. Now if you go like, oh, give me $20, they're like, dude, that just sold on eBay for $150. Like why would I do that? Like you can't even get deals in garage sales anymore. Like it's just, or vintage shops. Like they're not like Salvation Armies anymore. Like now you go to like a vintage shop and like that like Ed Halen like Van Halen's t-shirt that like was going for $5 20 years ago is now $150 because everybody started wearing vintage and like people think it's cool now. Like
the vintage store over here is bread, bro.
So it's like, dude, like this wasn't, you probably found this in a basement in somebody's back door like barn, and you're like, oh, I'll give you like $100 for this whole the whole bag, and then you just come out here and you're like, nah, that's a $150 t-shirt.
I went and they have a couple shoes at the local vintage store. I kind of I've been stopping there like on the way home from work. It's literally on the way. So I like they got like a pair of Dunks. They got a pair like one of those the Jordans that look like the 1 through 5. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they're like the dumb ones. And look, they're selling used like size 11 for like $75.
And, like,
I'm
they're
literally
not
looking at them
selling.
I'm like, yo, if I restored this and made it perfect, I couldn't sell this for fucking $75.
Exactly.
But like, yo, they low key got a pair of Dunks that are like 20. You know what I mean? That are beat.
I think Dunks are cool. I wish I got into those. I feel like they're nice. Some of them are really fresh. I've never even worn them.
You know what I'm really excited about? I was actually doing a lot of research on sneaker collaborations, on like what were the best sneaker collaborations of the decade, like what were the best of like, and I found a really old article. It wasn't recent, and it was the best sneaker collaborations of all time. And number 2 was the Zoo York collaboration Dunk. Their Dunk goes for like $14K
I bet.
on StockX, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Because like those type of shoes, like they were worn. Like everybody who got a pair, like went and skated in them.
That's what I'm saying.
And,
A pair of Tiffany Dunks.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
those are hard. Those were like difficult to like. Dude, like pigeon dunks, like the ones that I say, bro. That guy made 30 pairs of shoes and was like, the only way I'm gonna give them to people is if they send a postcard to me and I like their postcard, and I'll send you one. And he sent out 30 pairs of shoes, and like that's what he makes the market. Like who nobody said these are that much amount of money, but like there's 30 pairs, like that's what you could do with it.
It's crazy that hype is low key theoretical.
It's
The Off-White's retailed for $120.
Dude, it's all who you are.
Yeah, it is.
If you're Justin Bieber, like you could make something popular. Like all you need is the following. Like it's bullshit, honestly.
That's why starting Red House from like scratch is like building a brand on its own without like a visionary
Somebody to
behind
endorse
it.
it.
Yeah,
It's all that's why it's so easy for like Drake to come up with like OVO like clothing brand.
Well, he literally came to his boy and was probably
Yeah.
like, "How do I give my
Says
boy
he gave
Ollie
him-
a job?"
He gave him the owl. Told him to do whatever. Like he made him.
And
I forgot what the
And
line.
yeah, I said Ollie told Ollie take the owl, told him brand it for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. But like, think about it. Like he was pretty much like, "Oh, I'm just gonna make high quality." Dude, basic ass clothes, basic ass polos,
literally
basic
not-
ass tees.
And
There's
they're
nothing special.
Just pretty good quality. Like
Decent, bro. Decent quality.
yeah, I said pretty good. Like it's not that great.
It's not crazy.
But
Like
it's also not that expensive. It's pretty expensive, but like $50 for a T-shirt, like realistically, like in the world
Bro.
of today, like.
but it goes back to the argument of you wearing the Dior hat.
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
but I mean, like for me, like that's worth it. Like I have a T-shirt, I have a sweatshirt, like whatever. It's just like a little logo right there. Like it's cool. It's like a raised 3D logo. Like you could tell it was like wasn't screen printed. It was like whatever.
because me and you are fans of brands
Yeah,
and what they represent. But if I went to
there's
my
so
dad
many
and I
of them.
was like,
oh yeah, and said, is this a good T-shirt for $50? They'd say no. But then again, like that's not who you're selling to.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're
that's not
selling to
who's
your
making
Drake
money, bro.
fans.
You're selling to the 13-year-old kids out there. There's so many 13-year-old kids that have so much money.
But the point I was trying to make was just like, Ollie just did everything right, and like just because he worked in retail, and like I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, me too.
He's dope.
Yeah.
Bro, you see their new store opening up in Tokyo?
Sick.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
it's awesome, dude.
But it's like if you gave me Drake's owl, like I could do that.
Oh, you could do that.
Like I could have
Yeah,
done.
if I was
I had
Drake-
the resources he had, like I could do that
Easily.
Like, it's not
Easily.
hard.
If I was
Like,
Drake and that
if
was
you
you,
have all the money
forget
and
it.
you're like, you give me millions of dollars and you're like, yo, could you make a flagship store for me in Los Angeles? I'd be like, yes. Like
Mm-hmm.
it would be the sickest store in LA because I have a good eye for things and I can make like cool stuff. And if you have people that are gonna buy it regardless of what it looks like, doesn't even have to be looking nice. And then, like, just it looking nice is the icing on the cake for, like, you as a person, and that's all that matters. Like, literally, like, it doesn't even have to look cool.
Bro, honestly, some of the clothes are dope.
Yeah.
Like they're simple, but
Yeah.
they're hype. Like they like kind of have that hype
It's
flair
like the
with
hoodie,
them.
the flannel hoodie. Like, you love that. Like, it's not...
Though the
Yeah,
October
yeah.
flannel, bro, what I would
It's
give to have the red one.
It's like that came out, released once, like, it's never coming out again. Like,
And then you got to go on Goat or
yeah,
Grailed
and
and like get a used one, bro.
And then it's like, you don't think, like, I don't know. And then it's like, why doesn't Drake just go on and, like, make those again? You thought that, like, that's a popular one, but, like, why?
Because-
but, like, it's just...
because
there's no
Drake's
reason.
just gonna want a new outfit,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna wear. Dude, the reason my first pair of hype shoes I ever got were the black Air Max Vapor Max Utilities, and like I know you remember me getting them. I loved them. I liked the shoe, but what put it over the edge for me was I saw Drake at the Toronto Raptors game with them on, and I was just like, all right,
Damn,
like they're
fresh,
sick,
yeah.
like they're so sick. Like he just instantly made them cool for me, so I was like, oh, I have to have them. Like, and I already wanted them, and like I've been trying to get into shoes,
exactly.
and like that's what I was about.
It's the truth. Like it's all about what you like and like who you like, what they wear and stuff. I agree.
I mean, you're wearing an Astroworld hoodie right now.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I mean? Like,
I don't like Travis Scott.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
Yeah, like I'm not a Travis Scott fan.
Couldn't tell you 15 songs probably. I could probably tell you a few. But like I went online when it dropped because I obviously like I just get like it's a hype clothing, like I was just like checking it out. I saw it was like a hoodie. It said it was 3D, like said it was stitched, like it's literally stitched. They're all like this is expensive, like that's expensive to do.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a lot of money. So I was like, you know what? Like it's a nice sweatshirt. It was like $120. I was like I'll get it. I buy it. Like if you go to try and get this online right now, like a large is like $400
Easily.
Like
my boy at work's got the Cactus Jack, and they all fucking.
Dude, my mom was wearing this the other day. She said some kid came up to her and was like, "Oh, it's such a cool sweatshirt." Like, and it's
your mom's wearing the Astroworld
she rocks
sweatshirt.
this, yeah.
Oh my god, dude, Gina has no idea, bro.
And I was like,
Gina's his mom. I have a lot of friends named Gina, but that's Gina.
Because it's just like another sweatshirt, you know? And I'm like, Mom, like, don't mess that up. Like, it's a $400 sweatshirt.
That's so funny.
And she's like...
She has no idea.
She's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, Mom, like, it's a really expensive... She's like, buy another one then. And I'm like, you can't. Like, it came out once. Like, it's not going to come out again. Like, don't mess it up. And
you solve that by literally going
Yeah.
into the laundry and just taking it and hiding it.
Yeah, I know. But then she just, like, cleans her room and just takes everything away. That's why I'm living at home.
I wear a hoodie every day of my life. I wear a hoodie to bed every night. I feel the most comfortable within a hoodie. And what I've been doing recently has been buying... I like if I go to a concert and I know they're the most expensive things at the concert, I buy the hoodie automatically. Like I'm wearing the Igor Tour hoodie right now.
Like that's probably expensive if you go to look it up.
That's what, but like I think
But
like
it's just cool. It's like a remembrance of the experience.
it is, and I'm hopefully in like whatever, like 10 years, like or whatever, however long I can go to a thrift store and be like, I got this at MSG, like you know what I mean, like, and at least it'll be worth like 30. You know what I mean? It's not going to Goodwill. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of an investment. I'm not saying that I'm buying gold bricks over here that I'm wearing.
No, it's true. And then it's like this is stuff that's like not going. Like I wear this every day. I could still sell it for a little bit of money. Like
bro, I love your fucking tan baseball hoodie.
Oh, that's one
that hoodie's on some other level
freshest
shit.
hoodies I think I own. Like I think if you took that to like round 2, like they would give me like $500 for it.
Oh, easily.
I think they would sell that for like $1,000. Like it's like that's like. But then they get.
Have you ever looked it up online?
You can't find it, dude. Like you could look it up, you can't find it. You know what else I have? I have that in like pants, like a pair of jeans with those embroidered on them,
bro.
Like in my house, like, and then I'm pretty sure I have like a varsity jacket, like with that like embroidered on it, like basketball teams, like. Just cause like my brother, like I think my mom had it made, like the pants, like they bought like 30 teams worth of patches and like went to the tailor and was like, can you sew these on?
Your mom made it?
Not the jacket, but I think the pants like she made, like cause the jacket's new era. It's like that's why it's nice, like but that like it's stained, like there's like shit, because like my brothers wore it, like that was like a sweatshirt like back in the day, like, and thinking back, like imagine you just went up, like I was like, hey dad, could you buy like 5 of them, like
that's what I'm saying,
we'll keep 4 of them like in their bags, and then like 10 years from now like they'll be worth like a few $100s each, like like you know what I mean, like if you said that to my dad, he'd be like, yeah, okay, like they'll be worth money, like all right. It's just you never know,
and
it's like what's gonna be the thing that's could make money now.
I'm just more about like finding my own personal style and wearing and finding things that I would wear.
Because you can't let everybody else like decide what you like. As much as other people can influence your style and things, like you have to be your own person. Like,
you know what's funny about Red House? The Red House was a clothing brand that I started, but I didn't know what Supreme was. I didn't know what Bape was. I didn't know any Jordans. I didn't know what streetwear was. I based it off of what I knew from Echo, Zoo York, Volcom, Quicksilver, and like, dude, brands that I used to buy in Bob's, like old tees. And then I kind of just gave it a little fucking frat flair. And then I was just going. And then, dude, once I went down the rabbit hole, I went down it, dude.
But it's like, imagine 20 years ago, somebody like you started to like whatever, did Red House.
And then like the first tees are like bread.
Yeah, no. And then it's just like, imagine like now, like you go into a vintage shop and there's like a shirt from 20 years ago with like a brick house on it. Like you have no idea what it is, but you're like, oh, that's fresh. Like $100. Like just because like you can't find it anywhere. Like you Google it like 20 years ago. Like I'm sure in 20 years you Google Red House, like what's gonna come up? I'm sure like if you really looked into it, you could find something, but like nothing's gonna be there. So like there's probably so many things like that out there that like nobody knows about.
I would bring back the clothes. I would do it, but I would want to do it extremely calculated.
Yeah, you have to do like high quality. I feel like you can't make it yourself either.
Yeah, I would.
Although that's like a cool way to like express yourself and like figure things out and like know what you want to do. Like it ultimately has to be done like professionally. I feel like just for it to be like
high quality.
Yeah, like the quality.
I mean, like.
It's just so hard for you to do it without a following. That's impossible. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. Like you need somebody to back you with enough money to where you can get it out as if you were famous. But
Did I tell you about the time I saw the Kid Super shoes in the bathroom at my work?
Somebody was wearing them, and like you saw.
So like, Kid Super has shoes that he hasn't released yet. Kid Super is one of my favorite streetwear designers right now. I have a hoodie, I have a polo, and I have his sweatpants, and it's like all like crazy embroidery art. Like it's fucking amazing. And he does all of Russ's artwork, album covers, and stuff like that. That's kind of how I found out about him. He's based out of New York, and like, dude, no lie, I'm in the bathroom at my job, and like there's only 4 stalls, so you have to like wait. So like if there's their wait, you have to like wait. So I was waiting there, and in the front stall, I see the person in the front stall with the Kid Super kicks, the side kicks.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking like, how the fuck does this kid have them? I literally let people behind me cut me because I wanted to confront the person.
Yeah.
And like, bro, I was literally, it was probably not the move to talk to somebody fresh out. I literally didn't even introduce myself. I walked up to him in the bathroom. I go, yo, bro, are those the Kid Super shoes? And he was like, yeah, dude, like Colin's like my best friend. We grew up together.
What?
And bro, he was so shook that I was like confronting him about it. I was literally like, how you at it? He was like, oh, you just gave me a pair, like friends and family. And I was like, oh, bro, that's so dope. Bro, you could tell that he washed his hands and was like, this man really just did come up to me in the fucking bathroom and ask me about my shoes.
That's the difference, like, between, like, me or you and him. Like, if somebody did that to me and I was, like, friends with, like, I'm wearing Mara's sweatshirt and, like, somebody comes up to me, like, yo, I'd be like, yo, yeah, like, whatever, like, that's so cool. Like, yeah, like, I appreciate it. Like, they're really cool. Like, I can't, like, I would like to talk to you about it because, like, that's interesting to me. But, like, that kid was probably just like, oh, there's just like another pair of shoes that Colin made. Like it's just like, what's the big deal? Like who are you? Like who even cares?
Yeah, he was genuinely concerned that I was approaching him in the bathroom.
That's pretty
cool.
I could tell that. That's awesome, actually.
And I've seen him wear them again. I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to.
Yeah, what a weirdo.
I'd like to interview Kid Super one day.
Like, Kid Super's a pretty cool dude. Like, I feel like he might do something like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'd love, like, it'd be a goal of mine to get him on on the podcast. You
definitely would have to have, like, a little bit of, should be able to show him some podcasts and, like, stuff online. Like,
dude, don't worry. I'm not.
Yeah.
I have a plan with this. Yeah, like, I'm not rushing this. I'm not doing nothing like that.
No, that's how you have to do it. That's like Russ, bro. He did not release a song for, like, a year and made, like, 6 albums and then just released like 1 a week.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Russ approach, like, you know what I mean? Like he stockpiled a bunch of good ones.
No, yeah. And then he knew when he was gonna release them. Like he knew how to do it. Like it's all a big game.
There's always that part of me that it's like I don't ever want to seem like I'm using you for your following.
Like, that's not how like I think of it. I think of it just as like friends helping friends. Like that's what you bring to the like not that's what you bring to the table, but like. But that's a skill you have. Like if I have that skill, like obviously, like or that I have this like this good thing that's going on for me, like I would want to share it. Like it's not like there's so many people in the world, there's so much money in the world. Like who's like it's the mentality like everybody could eat. Like why should I not give you the key to my success? Like you being successful is not going to take away from my success. Like Russ, bro, like how Russ makes all his videos, like shows you how he makes his beats, shows you what he does. He wrote this book, like. He gives you like his path to success. Like he's saying like you being successful, you becoming successful is not going to take away from me. It's only going to like further the art. Or
but some people are bitter. Yeah, like you, like I said, that goes back to like me and you are different than bro. Like I know I've dealt with a lot of new people in the last 2 years.
Yeah, like if I was that kid and I was like really best friends with him, I'd be like, dude, like. you're a really big fan. Like, I'm gonna see what I could do next time I'm with him. Like,
bro,
I'll literally
automatically,
or even
automatic,
dude. Even if you know you can't, just like saying that would get you so excited and like get you. And then like next time you go up to him, you're like, dude, like I talked to Colin, like he said he couldn't get him, but like he said that he's really like whatever. Like he'll like let me know when they come out. Like. I'll literally get you a pair. Like, don't worry about it. Like even if you can't do it, like it's just like the thought. Like I don't know. Like you're like a big fan of a person that I know. Like if somebody came up to me and was like my age and like cool and was like, I'm a huge fan of Nick, bro. Like I really want. Like I'd be like, dude, like I could like see what I could do. Like whatever. Like it's just I don't know.
I feel you, but like going back to Mara, there's like. I've always been very nice with like you're very good friends with them. Like it's almost like a friend of a very good friend of a very good friend. But I've never in my life, I've always walked on eggshells being like, I don't ever want to make it seem like I'm only around you or doing certain things. That's why I like thanked him so heavily for like going to the concert, like paying backstage. I was like, because like, dude, it's like
no, I understand,
his mom. Like, I don't ever want to make it seem like I'm assuming to be there at the same time. So it's like his mom knows everybody in the room but me. You know what I mean? Like his brother knows everybody in the room but me.
Yeah.
Like it's like, but like I didn't feel weird, but I just always want to make it seem like oh, bro, Christian's got the backstage passes. Like automatic, I'm gonna be there. Like I never want to do that. And then like when I was doing Red House a bunch, I sent him that care package, and like I never wanted to do that, not because I didn't want him to have anything, because I didn't want to seem like I wanted a handout and like I expected something from him. But the only thing that drove me to do it was when like you and Louie were both like, bro, are you fucking stupid? Why aren't you sending anything to Mara? Oh, like multiple times. So I was like, you know what? Okay, like and then I sent him the care package. Like I wrote him a note and everything. Like, but like you know what I mean? Like
you never know.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't. I did.
You never know until you do it. You know?
Yeah. Dude, if I had a platform, like I said, I would be helping everybody I could, because that's kind of what I was talking to this about on my last one the other day. Like, I want to unite creatives and like core, like I've done it with friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of my friends who I met individually are now all groups of friends.
Yeah,
like
exactly. You bring a lot of people together.
Yeah, and I enjoy doing that. And imagine doing that
me
with
and Tom. I would not know Tom.
Exactly. Like. And then it's just like, yo, imagine I could do that for creatives as well. Like creatives that I think are dope. Like, you know, a simplest example is like a rapper and a producer, you know what I mean? And then they go on to make a platinum album, and like, yo, even though I'm not in the credits, I know deep down in my heart that like, yo, I introduced these two people. Like, obviously that's a very unrealistic scenario, but that's kind of like the proof of concept of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And that's something that like that I would love to do. But yeah, man.
No, it makes sense. Like that's definitely a good idea to be like that. I've never I don't feel like there's any other people out there that are really trying to do that. Like it's only I feel like the only way you collaborate is if your record label like is with somebody else or like signs someone and like or if you're friends with them like organically, which I doubt happens that easily. Like especially if people live like different places and whatnot.
Gina asked me the other day, she was like, if you had unlimited money and could do whatever you want and do whatever job that you wanted to do, what would you do? I would said I would do this. I would have the podcast. I'd have Red House Clothing Co. And that I would hope to like do collabs with like Adidas, and like that would be like something like almost like a legitimate reputable brand. That would be something that I like would really want to do. And my side business that I would like kind of pay somebody to like run like this side of the division would be, like you said, like a record label, or like, you know how like sports agents have like a sports agency. Like I would love to be an agency to have you underneath the Red House umbrella. So like say you're a dope artist and like you're low-key popping off on like Instagram or something, and then it's like, all right, let me help you open up doors to get you where you need to go, and let me connect you let me connect you with this dope ass artist that I know that you can do his next album cover, and then from that album, like the only reason I know what Kid Super is because he did a Russ album cover, you know what I mean?
And he had more than Russ in the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was housing Russ.
Yeah.
And you don't even know who he was. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like Russ was living in Kid Super's basement.
Yeah, bro. Easily.
For like years.
Years.
He literally wrote him out in the book, like how he was living down there, and people like Russ just pops off, and Kid Super's like still not like he's popular, but he's not like household name popular.
I mean, but like, yeah.
Comparatively to Russ,
comparatively to Russ. Russ, I don't think Russ is a household name, but Russ is popping globally. You know what I mean?
Globally.
But it's also a different thing to play a stream.
than
to buy $120
No, definitely.
$120 hoodie. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, it's definitely cool. And it's
But, like,
cool,
yo,
it's a cool world. Like, if somebody gave me all the money in the world, like, I would want to be in the fashion industry.
Oh yeah, easily.
Like, just because it's a big interest of mine. Like, but it's just like it's so hard to get into, like, unless you're like connected like that.
Bro, I wasn't connected at all.
Yeah.
And like, in your honest opinion, do you think that Red House was a failure by any means?
No, I would not say that at all.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And
it was
then,
a good start.
Yeah, like honestly,
It
like
was a good try. Like not in like a bad, not in a bad way at all.
And
like,
I didn't fail. I stopped.
It was a good effort. Yeah,
I stopped it.
You
like,
had like a lot. You started your job and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You stopped going to school. Like it's like phases, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's a big life change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of, bro. I know I keep bringing up one of my last conversations, but one of the last conversations I had, they were like, she goes, where do you think you are in your life right now? I go, literally right after New Year's, like, bro, literally now is the only time, like, from then on, like, January 2nd is the first time actually in the past 2 years since I graduated college that I felt like I can exhale and like actually find time to be creative. Because don't forget, I was commuting 2 hours a day every day on the train back and forth, and I was, trying to be good at an industry that I had to learn from the ground up,
and
essentially.
trying to like do things, like have fun.
Yeah, and then like, dude, like, and go from like, going to college every day, partying, and then like
it's gonna be a rough wake up.
Yeah, and then like, you know what I mean, and then like like you say Friday, you hate Friday beers, but like, yo, Friday and Saturdays are like legit. Like,
no, I know. That's why like
you hate it because
like,
you're about to be it. Like,
but I don't want to. Like, I don't want like that to look forward to that. You know?
Okay, well,
like,
let me ask you a question, right? This isn't me coming at you. This is me and genuinely asking you for an answer, like a well thought out answer. So, you worked all week, Monday to Friday. You come home Friday. You're at your house in Manalapan. Tom and I are also in Monmouth County. Joe and Steve. You don't feel like going out, and say you start something creative, or say you don't, or you just want to do something, and we say, and you haven't seen us in 5 days, and you're just like, come out with us. You're not gonna say no.
Yeah, but I would though. Like, I don't like.
You would, but you would feel the wrath of the group chat.
That's
which is wrong.
But that's what annoys me.
I would never be like,
no,
what?
That's what annoys me. It's
I
like,
wouldn't be like, why aren't you drinking with us? I'd be like, dude, I want to see you, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what like everybody in my group chat say. But like, that's just like me as a person. Like, me after like a long week, like I would want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't want to be with people. Like, that's not what I like.
But,
I don't.
yo,
I enjoy that, but like, I enjoy my
bro.
alone
But you
time.
honestly haven't had a Monday to Friday
No, I know.
alone yet.
Yeah, no, I know.
You really haven't. Dude, you're at my house on a Monday because you can. Because you're home and you can just drive home and you can come back.
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
No, I know. That's why I'm not in the position to be saying anything about it. But it's just, I hope one day, like, I like where I'm at, or like I'm not like, oh, I can't wait till Friday so I could just go drink. Like, that's like, I hope that's never my life.
That's a different situation from what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not, but like, I'm saying like, we're good, like.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Like, we're all gonna hang out like you want to hang out, but like, I don't know.
But then like, what's there to do? We're either gonna probably go see a movie,
Yeah,
or we're just gonna go out to a bar and drink. 95% of the time, we're going out and drinking because, you know what I mean? Like, not because like, trust me, like some days like I don't want to, but like, this is a terrible thing to say, but sometimes it feels like, what else is there to do? You know what I mean?
I agree, yeah.
And that's kind of like how we've been bred to
that's
feel.
all human. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's like a bad mindset.
It is a bad mindset. And that, bro, if I didn't go to the rodeo with you guys, like I had somebody coming here to podcast with, and I was like, you know what, like I'm good not going out tonight and like drinking and doing whatever.
No, yeah, but then you have fun, you know. But
like, then you have too much fun. You wake up on Saturday at noon. You're hungover. You do nothing for the rest of the Saturday.
At 3 p.m.
And then at 6:30, you get a notification on Facebook that you're like, don't forget you've RSVP'd positive to disco night. And you're like, oh man, obviously I went and I had a good time. Like I had a blast. Like I ran into a bunch of people that I knew.
That's funny.
But like
I woke up at 3
But
p.m.
like you're like, okay, like why don't I just like back to back, like I'll just drink back to back days. Then you wake up Sunday and you're like, I have work tomorrow, and like
that sucks.
And like I have work tomorrow, and now I have 2 people coming here to podcast, and I'm hungover and I can't get out of bed till 3 now.
Tough.
So it's like an uphill battle.
You never know.
You never know.
It's just we're learning.
We are learning. Honestly, like I'm just trying to get out of like.
And we're so young,
dude.
Like, we have this mindset that we're old, but we're young.
I might be the youngest person you know. Like, I'm that young. I'm a borderline adolescent child.
I was in that.
I shop in the toddler section.
We were at that open bar the other night, and I was the youngest person there.
Which one?
At CBS, like the PBR party. Like,
Oh, bro. Can you tell that story?
I was the youngest person there.
Oh, easily. You were the youngest person
by like
there.
years.
Years.
Some years. Well, not besides our friends, but like we went to the professional bull riding competition, and we had like an open bar before, because Joe's sister's boyfriend got us tickets.
No, we did have an open bar before when we went into. Okay.
So then we went into MSG, did that. Then we watched the public bull. I mean the professional bull riding for like a few hours.
Electric.
And then Shane's old boss, Joey, works for NASCAR. And he was like, oh, there's this after party at Versa. It's this cool club, like right down the street, literally walking distance. We should all go. So we all round up all the troops, go to this club. We get to the top floor. There's like a bar, and then there's a blocked off section towards the back. There's 2 bouncers, and there's a private party for CBS, and it's the PBR event. Like, what's the PBR like?
Professional bull riding.
I thought it was the PBR.
No. I low key did too.
The whole time I thought it was the PBR. I low key did too. So it was the PBR party for CBS Sports. So we get a drink at the bar, and we're like contemplating how we're gonna get into this party, because Joey was saying that he could get us in, but then there was a bunch of us, so we were like, we don't know. You know what I mean? So we're like, is it better if we just try and get in alone, or if we try and get in with this guy? So we're like, all right, we're all feeling it out. And then Shane comes up to me, and all I hear is, he'll do it. So I look over and I'm like, what? And he's talking to Joe, and he's like, oh, Joe wants to see if you could just go over there and just be like, hey, I'm from CBS. I'm here for the PBR event. Like, see if they'll let you in. Like, see what happens. And I'm like, I don't know.
No. Christian hits me with his with the shoulder shrug, bottom lip move, goes, okay.
And so I walk up to the guy, and I look at he like goes to step in front of the entrance, and he's like, what's going on? I'm like, hey, I'm from CBS. I'm here for the PBR event. Guy just looks at me. He goes, okay. I just walk right by. Mm-hmm. Literally just walk into the back of the party.
And then we all just decided to do that all at once, and we all just were like, yeah, we're from CBS too. Proof of concept, it works.
It's literally all you need, some confidence and to know what's going on.
Bro, honestly the best line from that night was Tyler. And he was talking about how they tie the bull's nuts in a knot. And then he looks at us and goes, imagine somebody tied your nuts in a knot and got on your back.
He's like, you'd buck too.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah,
that's funny. So bull riding, don't condone it. Yeah, we're PETA friendly.
All right. So, as I've said before, I am the undefeated best gift giver of the entire world. So I love to end every single conversation off with a gift. And I did get you a gift, but I ended up giving it to somebody else because I thought it fit that conversation a little bit better. So then I was on my way home, and I was like, all right, I'll stop at the vintage store, and I'll get him something sick. But then I saw something in the window that I know that you would appreciate even more so.
That's funny. Is that a cacti?
So for those of you who don't know, that I just went to my closet and grabbed it, I walked by a florist on my way home. I didn't even know the store was there. And this woman looked so sad. First of all, if you have a flower place and you're open past nighttime, if whatever you should your sign should say sunset we close. Nobody's buying flowers in the dark. Don't do that.
Plants in the dark.
Nobody. And I walked up to her and I was like, "Hey, like I'm looking for a gift plant, bro." She's trying to sell me this like $200, bro, like
a bonsai.
Oh, bro, like some crazy ass tree. And I'm like, "Yo, listen, come on." And then I was like, "What about these ones?" She's like, "Oh, okay." And then I was like, "What do you think the best one is?" And then she just gave me this. It's just a little plant, John, for your plant life.
Wow.
And it'll grow. And I asked her how big it gets, and she says, "Oh, it gets pretty big." Really? So I don't know what's gonna happen with it. It's just a little white cylinder. It looks like a Coke bottle with just like a bunch of little green leaves.
Like the bonsai plant. You guys don't know about that. That was.
Christian and I. All right, last thing. Christian and I were in a.
Appreciate
no
this.
problem.
Don't remind me. I don't want to leave that.
Yeah, I got you. We were in the King of Prussia Mall one day, and if you guys don't know what the King of Prussia Mall is, it's literally the biggest mall on the fucking planet.
I think it's
I think it's literally the biggest fucking mall. It's the biggest fucking mall I've ever seen, easily.
It's got 2 of every store.
Every store. So we walk past this one store in the corner of the mall that nobody goes to. And it's, bro, literally what I just described, but instead of selling flowers, this guy was selling like $500 bonsai trees.
Cool ass bonsai trees. Like they were real trees.
Bro.
Like in the plants. Like they were real.
Guy spoke minimal English. Minimal.
But he was a salesman.
No, he was not. He was not a salesman. You were a heckler, bro. You heckled him down from like $250 plant to like $80, bro. And after he goes, all right, I'll give it to you for 80. You look this fucking poor man in the face and go, you know what? No.
He goes, please.
Yeah, he goes, please, I need this. And you were like, what? And me and Tom look at each other, and we're like, bro. And then I'll tell you what, rent in the King of Prussia Mall is probably not cheap.
Definitely not cheap.
And you're selling bonsai trees.
Plants.
You're selling expensive plants that not only you can look at, require large amounts of maintenance.
That's so funny. Yeah, they're hard to keep.
And guess what? Spoiler alert. Next time we went back to the mall, the store wasn't there.
The store was gone.
Oh, yeah, been gone.
It's funny. Oh, my God, that was funny.
All right, you got anything else you want to say to the people before I go?
Nah, I don't have anything to plug. Donate $5 to Australia if it's still on fire by the time it's
all right, I like that. Donate $5 to Australia.
See, I told you. You made it out fine. Okay? You're a little bit smarter. You're a little bit wiser. You know? He just has that effect on people, like I said. It's not every day that the prophet blesses us with his presence, you know? He only comes out, like it's like once a year. He's like Punxsutawney Phil. He's like if Punxsutawney Phil and Jesus, they shared a cousin. That cousin will be Christian Orlando, He might be the holiest man to ever see a shadow. Okay? All right. Don't forget to add the Apple Music playlist, the Spotify playlist, the Apple Music Radio. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Rate, review, all that good stuff to help out the show. I very, very much appreciate you guys listening, and I'll see you guys next week.